Think Tank episode 2, and today we're going to be diving into African community stories, and I'll be your host for today. And today we're focused on a community in Cameroon. Our story today is about the Anglophone crisis happening in Northern West and Southern West. So we're going to be focusing on Bamenda, and I would like you to hear from my amazing guests, Pelumi, Monique, Mary, and Adeyemi Emmanuel. They're taking you through the consequences of education, the origin crisis, and the most important place and what's really happening there and why it's affecting the community. So yeah, Monique, I'll start with you. I had a quick conversation with you last week, and I noticed that you have a connection with Cameroon. So please, can you tell us a short story about what's happening there and why this community feels so bad and people don't really know about it and all that. So can you take us through it?
The origin of the Anglophone crisis in Cameroon dates back to the 11th of February 1961, where the plebiscite was voted and Southern Cameroon joined French Cameroon to form a federal state on the agreement that the legal system, education system, and the language of the Anglophones would be protected. In 2016, lawyers and teachers took to the street for a peaceful protest. Lawyers protesting against the use of French civil laws in English-speaking courts and teachers against the employment of Francophone teachers in English schools. In 2017, it escalated to a full-blown war between the separatist fighters and the government.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for this opportunity. The situation in Bamenda still remains tense, but not as intense as it was between 2018 and 2021. The region is still experiencing low intensity but ongoing conflicts, with occasional clashes between the government and the armed group, as well as continued ghost town lockdown that disrupts daily life.
The lifeless body of Nicham Kalisos was discovered on Monday morning at CHL Junction after he was kidnapped. The community leader was reportedly kidnapped several days ago by separatist fighters. According to local residents, he had previously been kidnapped by the same group and was only released after a ransom was paid. However, his second kidnapping ended up in tragedy, as the body was found dumped on the streets today. The news of his death was sparked fear and outrage among the population.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for this opportunity. The Anglophone crisis has deeply disrupted education in Bamenda. Schools have faced prolonged closures due to lockdowns, and even when they reopen, fears of attacks, kidnappings, and violence keep many students and teachers away. At the same time, children are dealing with trauma from constant insecurity, affecting their mental health and ability to learn. Overall, the crisis has widened inequality and disrupted an entire generation's education and future opportunities.